Right, let's get started, shall we? Sorry we're a bit late tonight, guys. My cat does not like fireworks. I know that sounds like a really feeble excuse, but there's been some kind of firework display outside. So I've just spent the last 20 minutes or so trying to find my cat. You might hear him, he's currently sitting at my feet. I found him underneath the sofa, which I don't know how he fits underneath there, but he managed to get underneath. So it's a bit scary when there's fireworks, because he does tend to freak out, but he's alright. So we can start the stream. Hello everybody, and welcome to tonight's stream. It is, of course, let's actually get the game up, shall we? It is, of course, the 3rd of March today. Can you believe we're in March already? I certainly can't. Where has the time gone? I finished my year at uni in 2 months' time. And it'll be dare I say this, it'll be the first time that I would have passed a second year of university, touch wood. It's all looking good so far, so yeah. Anyway, welcome back. As you can see, we're about halfway through the next season. I've played on a lot more than usual actually on here. Normally I play for like a day or two and then I save and quit, but this week I've played pretty much all week since the Space Engineers stream. So do the usual, talk you through the schedule, talk you through the results, talk you through the league table. Well, you can see where we are in the league at the moment. We are 6th, much better than previous seasons. And actually, with our games in hand, we've got 5 games in hand on first. And we're only 8 points off first. So, it's ours to lose, really, this season. Because we've got at least 3 games in hand on all the teams around us. And best team here is Cavier Island. We've got 3 games in hand against Cavier Island, and we're only 3 points behind them. So as I say, this is our league to lose this season. The reason it's our league to lose is because I've been very, very busy in the transfer market. You might see this season we actually got a transfer budget. We had a transfer budget of £600,000. Obviously I've spent 100,000. Our wage budget was 24,000, I think, per week. The reason it's now so high is obviously we sold our training ground. I'm going to stop saying obviously, that's a stupid word, it doesn't mean anything. We sold our training ground just over a year ago. That's what this spike here is. You see it's dropped a little bit. Well, it dropped suddenly here. I think that's because I relayed my pitch. And now it's slowly starting to deteriorate again. It's at 1.8 million at the moment. It was up to 5 million, so I'm a little bit worried about that. But as I say, I've been busy in the transfer market. So let me show you who I've brought in. So the players that went out, Louis Perry left on a free transfer. Darren Meenan left on a free transfer. Josh Messer left on a free transfer. These actually have happened mid-season. I got rid of some of these guys because I needed to free up the wage budget a bit. Christian Scott and Courtney Senior. I don't even think you saw Courtney Senior. I think I signed him after the last stream and sold him before this one. They've all left. Sam Dolby's got out on loan again. Stephen Ryan, who's a young keeper I brought in there. And Louis Featherstone and Flynn Shin. What a name. He's a youth keeper. They've all gone out on loan. In terms of players coming in, Johnny O'Connell, Jay Beckford, Tom Creamer, Jordan Young, David Kelly, Stephen Ryan, Sam Hunt is coming on loan from Doncaster. Alan Sinnott, Tommy Sinfield, John King, Sean O'Callaghan, Paddy Gallagher, and Craig Ingham. Now, Craig Ingham, my director of football signed him from St Albans, and he looks like a pretty good catch actually. But the majority of these players, like Jay Beckford, for example, has been an absolute revelation for us on the right wing. We have a bit of a competition at the moment for centre-back roles. More on that in a second. Jordan Young, he's kind of started to make the left midfield role his own. Who else we've got? Sean Hunt does really well in centre midfield. John King has started playing at centre-back for us. That's why the competition is so fierce. Sean Callahan is also starting to play. Oh, he's the right back. Who's the one I'm thinking of? Johnny O'Connell, that's the one. He's starting to compete for the centre attacking midfield role. And then we've got Paddy Gallagher as well, who is playing in centre midfield. So I'll show you the schedule really quickly. You'll see a huge difference. Obviously pre-season again was a bit of a money maker. Although we managed to beat Brighton 4-1. Not quite sure how that happened. Really don't know how that happened. But 2 goals from Amos, 1 from Olasanya and 1 from Tom Young. More on Tom Young as well in just a minute. Apart from that, it's as you were. Moneymakers, Villa, Birmingham, Blackburn, Bolton, Brentford, Bristol City, all losses. Barnsley, Barnet. Sorry, we drew Birmingham. Tell a lie, drew Birmingham. Then the season kicked off, a nice 2-0 win away to Hendon. Goals from Beckford and Young. Beckford, of course, scoring on his professional debut for us. We are now a professional club, which is always good to see. It means our fitness levels have gone up, which I think is partly the reason for our success as well. Charlie Edge then scored twice at home for us against Merstham. Then we thrashed Grades away from home. 2 from Young, 1 from Edge, and 1 from Beckford. A couple more results. This 4-3 was a bit of a tense one. Goals from Beckford, Young, Scott, and Constantinou. I believe Constantinou scored a last-minute winner. Was it him? I know Christian Scott scored a penalty in the 84th minute to actually win us the game. Before then, we were 3-2 down. And then Constantinou scored the equaliser, and then Scott scored the winner. We did lose in the FA Cup to Infinity. A goal from Young, but we played pretty poor in that game, to be honest. The game was finished long before the 90th minute. And that then carried over into the league. Unfortunately, we lost 1-0 to Haverhill Borough. But picked ourselves up. We then went 5 games unbeaten. A 3-2 win against Leatherhead. Couple of draws, which I'm not too pleased with. 2-2 draws always means that the attack's good, but the defence is rubbish. 0-0 draw against Needham. Then we beat Haybridge. Skip forward a little bit further. We lost 5-1 to Cray. The less said about that, the better. And then we had a good run of results again. So a nice 3-1 win against Kingstonian. 4-2 against AFC Hayes, 4-2 against Casholton. Then we won in the first round of the FA Trophy against Hednesford. A hat-trick from Tom Young. We did then lose in the Isthmian League Cup second round after extra time. That one was really frustrating, that match. See, 106th minute. Even though we scored in the 122nd minute. It wasn't enough for us to stay in the fixture. We then did win in the FA Trophy second qualifying round against Westside. And if I skip down a little bit further, the FA Trophy first round replay. See, we drew 1-1 with Macclesfield in the first round. In the replay, we lost 4-2. But it was 4-2 very, very late on. They scored in the 64th and the 90th minute. So, actually 91st technically. In the 90th minute, we nearly scored an equaliser, and they went straight down the other end and scored their winner. Or their, absoluter. Since then, another little 5-game unbeaten run, although we did lose our last match to Westside. So we're going to be picking up today with an away game at Merstham. But before we get into that, one more thing to show you. Tom Young. The man is a god among men. See, he doesn't actually look that special. Finishing of only 9, first touch of 10, dribbling of 7, and yet if I show you his career stats, he scored 16 goals in 22 league appearances for us this season, along with the 5 in 5 he scored for us last season. So he is heavily competing to be one of our best all-time strikers. To put that into comparison, Constantinou, we got a big squad by the way, that's something else that I'm going to have to take care of at some point. Constantinou has scored 3 goals in 17 appearances for us. Mostly because he's been relegated to a bench role. But he is still playing a crucial part. Got 4 assists. And he does come off the bench and make things happen in matches. So I'm not writing him off. Far from. We have of course got Amos still as well. Who again is a little bit slow off the mark this season. 3 goals in 11 appearances. Compared to the 10 in 34 he scored for us last season. There's always improvement needed. And Jordan Young, who's our latest prodigy, coming in on the left wing. He scored only 1 goal in 9 games for us so far this season, but he sets up a lot. He likes to cross to the back post, where this man, Jay Beckford, waits. Beckford scored 6 goals for us, but look at the assists, 11 assists. That is mental for anybody. Absolutely mental. Joined us from British Rail, believe it or not. Didn't even know they were a thing. Wow, they got a big team. Their team's nearly as bloated as ours. Let me see if they've got any more hidden gems anywhere. Started at Arsenal, funnily enough. But yeah, we've got a really good squad. They're playing really, really well, and I'm really looking forward to showing you what they can do. So let's get on with it, shall we? Obviously, I picked a time to start the stream where there was a huge gap between matches because I'm really good at things like that. Let's just check to see if I tweeted out that it was streaming. Yep. That's alright then. So I'm not entirely sure how long I'm going to stream for tonight. I would quite like to stream for longer than usual, but it's about cutting it up and putting it on YouTube. That's the difficult bit. I'm just going to send out a second tweet. So bear with me. Now I must remember this week to not keep my OBS settings for streaming when it comes to recording on Monday, because I don't want to annoy people like I did last week. You could have seen the backlash. Should have seen the backlash. It was terrible. A whole 2 people were upset that there was an audio echo. I shouldn't poke fun really, but at the same time it's really not the kind of thing you should be getting annoyed about, is it? There are worse things in the world right now than a bit of audio echo. And it's all Football Manager's fault. Because actually no, it's not. It's Space Engineers' fault. Football Manager's off the hook. All because I was streaming and I forgot that I'd been streaming when I set OBS up again. Right, got the long load screens. It wouldn't be Football Manager without the long load screens. I'm hoping that we get some people to join the stream tonight. I stream at 7 PM every Friday, so it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. What else can I talk about? I could talk about team performance. I think that's something that's quite crucial. A good example to use is one that I'm overly familiar with, and that would be Stevenage. This season, normally Stevenage play hoofball. So, goalkeeper gets the ball, the defender gets the ball, whacks it down the line, someone chases it. If they do manage to get it, they'll then hold on to it, wait for someone else, pass it to them, and we'll either score or we'll miss, and then it's rinse and repeat. This season, something's clicked, and they've actually started playing football. So the keeper will get the ball, he'll pass it to a fullback will pass it into the midfielder, and they'll start playing what I like to call the inside-outside game, which I play on FIFA quite a lot. So the winger will pass the inside to the midfielder will then pass it back outside to the wing, and they'll keep doing that, and they'll basically do like 3 or 4 wall passes to eliminate the entire defence, and then end up having a shot on goal. And we've scored quite a few goals from that this season. Now my Hatfield team, I can't coach inside-outside. You know, you can only tell them to be more attacking, less attacking, and all that sort of thing. But I've done a little bit of improvement to the coaching squad over the summer. And I've also upped my scouting, and I think I brought in a new physio as well. I can't remember 100%. But my Hatfield team have actually started playing the inside-outside game, which is really, really good. It's a nice surprise, funnily enough. Because I don't expect it, and then suddenly it happens, and I think, oh, that's cool. So, hopefully, bear in mind my players are very camera shy, as we've established in the past, hopefully they'll start performing like that on the stream as well, so I can show you guys what they're actually like. If they're not playing like that, I'll do a little bit more of a description of it in a second. Another game that my team like to play is I won't give it a name because it'll be quite a long name. But basically, the midfield will do exactly what they've done in the past that you've seen, where Young will make a run off the shoulder of the defender. The ball will be clipped over from midfield. He'll run onto it, and again he'll either score or he'll miss. But we must do that about 4 or 5 times a game as well. So that's also impressive. The fact that we're constantly testing the defence. Unfortunately, our defenders are falling for that trick as well. So we almost concede as many like that we score like that. So that's something that I would quite like to change. And I'm not 100% sure how to change it, because I do have the team set to overload, but I do also have the defence set to be deep. So whether the overload cancels out the deep or not, I don't know. All I do know is my defence can be quite slow at times, and that does not help when it comes to defending against fast strikers. The other game that we play is we pass the ball out wide and then it gets crossed in and they score again. Your coach Nathan Stamp has been linked with the manager's job at Slough. Yeah, he would be exceptionally hard to replace, and hopefully that convinces him that his best position is a coach at Hatfield. That does happen. You can sometimes talk people out of leaving. I would quite like it to keep all of my coaching staff together. I finally found a season where I really feel like things are clicking. And it's going to be a really positive season. We're in a very good position in the league right now. And it might not seem like it because we're only 6th. But as I showed you at the start, the number of games in hand that we've got, that will win us the league if we win all of those games in hand. Yes, we do have to win them, and that's the tricky bit. But if we win them all, we're cruising. You know, you can't take that away from us. We will be absolutely cruising. Try to remember, we had 6 games in hand on first, didn't we? And we were 8 points behind them. So if we win all of those 6 games, we go 10 points clear of them. That's, you know, that's what Chelsea are right now, is it not? Okay, so here are the scout reports coming in. There's going to be quite a few to read, no doubt. Not all of these players are going to be worth signing as well. That's something else to remember. Chris Conlon, not good enough. I know Lawson Darth. He used to play for Northampton. One of my best wingers on FIFA, once upon a time. Let's see. Do I need a player of his calibre? He can play in midfield. In fact, he could play right across the midfield. That's going to be the tricky bit, is finding... Yeah, I can't afford his wage. That's really frustrating. Especially as I'm getting rid of players right now to ease up the wage budget slightly, because I was 6,000 a week over it. So I got rid of a load of players. Red Rum have pulled off the signing of 26-year-old striker. Red Rum? Who names these teams? I do not believe for 1 second that there is a team called Red Rum. He looks good. So yeah, do I recognise any names? James Hooper. I recognise that name. You actually look quite good as well. Interesting. Huh. Who'd have thunk it? And Will Nightingale. I recognise that name. Oh, I need to have a word with my board and see if they can up the wage budget slightly. We're rich! It's not like we can't afford it. Although we have lost £4 million in the season. So we're not as rich. Right, 2 more games. Did I say 2 more games? 2 more days. What I meant to say. 2 more days until the game. Oh man, my brain. I've had a long week. You know last week when I said about how long I'd been at uni for? This week it was just as long. And just as sloggy. But, here we are. Apologies if I do say the wrong word, or if I slip up, or if there's a long periods of silence. Honestly, I am still here. Physically, I'm still here. Mentally, I'm somewhere else right now. But there you go. I'm really looking forward to showing you the team though, guys. I think this team is the best team I've assembled on this game. It is a very good team. They all pull together. They all work hard. As I say, there's actual competition for places now. In the past, there's been a bit of complacency because only one player's played in every position. So like we've only had one really good goalkeeper. We've only had one really good right back, left back. Obviously, only 2 good centre backs. Now we actually have proper competition. So the squad is incredibly bloated, and there are players who perhaps deserve to play in the team that aren't because of the number of players we've got in our squad. But when they get the chance, most of the time they take it. I really don't need any more midfielders. That is the one annoying thing about this now, is I've got way too many players. I cannot sign any more. I have to start letting players go before I can bring any in, which is a shame. Some of the old guard, like Josh Messer, he was our captain for three seasons, I think it was in the end. He's now gone. Tyler Walker has replaced him as captain, and I can't remember for the life of me. I think it's Mark McKee took up the vice captain role. Mark McKee's very good midfielder. Pleased to have him in the team. He has pretty much got the left centre midfield role as his. It's the right centre midfield role that's really competitive right now. Everybody wants to play there. Don't care about the Premier League, don't care about that. Sort of care about this one though, this is our league. Right, we are so nearly ready for kickoff. Here we go. Match day. Things are going to get exciting from here on. It's either going to go really, really well, or it's going to go really, really wrong. Either way, I live in anticipation. Fingers crossed though, it's the former, not the latter. It's a good test to see if my players really are camera shy. Come on, game. Nearly there. And then it's only 3 days to the next game, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4 days until the game after that. So Heybridge and Margate. I'm sure I've got grudges against both of those teams. I can't give you a pay rise. I don't need to strengthen my midfielders, thank you very much. My midfield is strong enough already. I'm a bit disappointed with the players I've got out on loan, mind. Actually, let's have a quick look at contract. Who are my big earners? So we've got Jordan Young on 2,500 a week, Beckford's on 2,000, McKee's on 1,300, Moulton is on 1,100, then you got Ingram on 1,000, and then it's sort of, this is the guy I want to get rid of. I just want him out. And Sejic, I want Sejic out as well. Because they're both high earners, and neither of them are really competing in the squad right now. So I'd like for them both to leave. And Ekpetita, because he's not really playing at the moment either. Can I loan out Baldwin for the season? 100% unused, 50%. Offer him out, see if anyone bites. Apart from that, Akinuli, I can try and sell Akinuli for money. See if anyone actually bids for him. £1,000. Same with Scut. Let's do 1,500 for Scut. And Dianmar. 1,000 for you as well. Okay, so let's see if we can get rid of them. apart from that, match time. Kieran Harkin 1888, welcome to the stream. Good time to join. We're about to start our first match of the night. So let's see. Is this the team that I want to play? I think it is actually. Let's just check. Yeah, this is pretty much the team I want to play. So in goal. Actually, hang on. One change. One little change. There we go. So in goal we got Nathan Trott. Across the back four we got Connor Morrison, John King, Tom Creamer and Tyler Walker. Midfield we got Mark McKee and Sam Hunt. Attacking midfield we got Charlie Edge, Jeffrey Amos and Jay Beckford, and then up front we got Tom Young. Bench is Barton, Sinfield, Gallagher, Andrew and Constantinu. Let's play football. Hello Golfer 222. My brother, for those of you who don't know. And also a moderator, so behave yourselves. Right, another really long load screen. It's definitely the stream causes the game to slow down a little bit. It's not normally this slow. So see, they're playing a 4-4-2, but they're playing a relatively flat and quite deep midfield line actually. So there's a big space here for us to play. Kieran Harkin 1888, thank you for the follow. Yeah, following things working again, that's good. It stopped working a couple of weeks ago, so I went and changed it, but it looks like it's working again. Thank you very much for the follow anyway. Right, play. Here we go. Also, this is something quite interesting that happened. Don't know if anyone knows a fix for this. There's no league table, you'll notice. No league table. The reason being, I noticed that I wasn't appearing on the league table because I was a bit further down than usual. So I went to change the size of the table just as the replay started. So the table disappeared. And I don't know how to get it back. It's gone, as far as I'm concerned. I've no idea where it went, but I can't get it back. So that's gone. I might do a search at some point and find out how to get it back. You'll also notice that I've changed this slightly. If you press this button here, it changes it so you can see a bit more of the action. That being said, I'm going to get rid of that and that as well, and I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Try and fit more of the actual pitch into the screen. Just looking at the replay, actually I missed a Tom Young run. It didn't end in a goal, so I didn't miss too much. See, we've actually had the impetus. We've had the same number of shots, but we've had one on target, they haven't. 50-50 possession. We've had more corners. They've had more free kicks. We've committed more fouls, obviously. Kilometers run is around the same. Passes completed. We've only completed half of our passes, but that's not very good. That needs to change. That needs to change fast, actually. That's very poor stat. Alright, they've got Platt on the ball. Into Watson. Good block there initially. Hunt has missed out to Baker. Platt again. Into Penny, who's that? Round to Williams. Good tackle, Morrison. Get it away, McKee. Attaboy. Unlucky. Could have slipped through the gap there. Forced it back to their keeper, who hoofs it forward. Walker's committed himself there and not got it. Penny. Oh, we concede that type of goal so many times. That's so painful. That's defenders not defending properly. Should have closed down the pass. Baker there should have had both players on him. Was allowed to feed it into Penny. Slow defender. Trot. I don't know. Could he have saved it? I don't know. Maybe not. We got to stop conceding that goal though. That's so stupid. You guys don't know this, but I've conceded that goal about 20 times this season. Also, a big hello to Andre Marino, who's decided to not referee in the Premier League this weekend because he wants to referee Hatfield Town. I don't know why this game does that. I'm going to continue with this team for now. I feel like it needs to improve. I feel like it hasn't had the chance to improve yet. But if things continue to go crap, I'll start shifting players around. They got a massive centre back there. Was it Samuelson? Was that his name? Huge. Alright, Amos with the ball all the way back to Trot. Long pass forward. Oh, Saludin. Nothing like Samuelson. Look, one pass. He took out our entire defence with one lousy pass. What the hell? What was that? Our back four was a back three there. Look how stretched they are. Ah, it's so poor. Right, what's the clock? 46. Yeah, we're making changes. We are making changes. So we're going to bring Sinfield on. Walker's going off. Why not? And we're also going to bring Andrew on. Beckford off. And Gallagher on. Is McKee really playing that badly? We'll leave that last one for now. I want to see if McKee improves. Normally I bring Gallagher on for Hunt. But if McKee's having a shocker, then we're going to have to review that. I mean, it's not good news either way, really, is it? Let's be honest. Also, Young is having a crap game, so Constantinou might be making an appearance, or I'll bring Gallagher on and play Amos up front. I think this is one of our games in hand as well. We should not be losing. Deary me, I thought it was going to be 3-0. I mean, my boys are resilient. They can get back into games. I have this horrible feeling, though, that they're not going to get back into this one. I really hope that's not the case. Right. Attack. Yes, look at the space that Young's got here. All go forward in numbers. That's it. Good cross. Hunt. 2-1. Get in. Great goal. Hunt's 4th of the season. That's good play by Tom Young. He's starting to see the light again. Faced up against his man. Beat him with the pace. Look at that. Simple pullback. Normally it's actually Young in that position where Hunt took up. But I'm quite happy to see him turn provider for a change. If it means we get the goal, I don't care who scores it, quite frankly. Come off the referee's arse for all I care. As long as it goes in the back of the net and it counts, that's what matters. So McKee is still playing a shocker. So that's made my last sub easy for me. Gallagher on, McKee off. How poor is Morrison playing as well? A 6.1. That is terrible. What is he doing? I thought he looked alright in the first half, Morrison. Oh, that's just bounced straight off Amos. Come on, boys. Don't let yourself down. You're on camera, for Christ's sake. Scouts watching. Right, Trot. Hooves it a long way up the pitch, actually. Amos, can he tackle him? He has. Amos! Oh! Over the bar. Amos does have that predator instinct. I've seen him tackle defenders and score like that before. I thought it might be history repeating itself. Don't blame him for having a shot. He had every right to have a shot from there. Right. Counter from the corner. That's it. Good boy, Trotty. Right wing. They're free on the right. Right wing. Right wing, Nathan. Okay, he found an edge. Headed inside to Young. Oh, he's at the post! Oh, God, I thought that was in. We're starting to play football now. Look, 10 shots, 6 on target. Their keeper's been busy. Wow. Passing's gone up to 60. It's still not high enough for me, really. We've got a minute of injury time. Try and get a goal back still. Good play, Sinfield. Finds Young. Amos is running through the middle. Got Hunt as well. Into Amos. Oh my God, he can't even hit the target. What on earth was that? Jeffrey. Come on, son. That's probably the last chance of the game as well. We might have another chance. Come on, King. That's it. Good header. Edge. Great first time ball to Young. Hunt open. Picks it up. Has an effort. Oh, good save. Great save by their keeper. That's the kind of team play that I was talking about. Great pass by Edge. Gallagher with the ball in. Flicked on it near post by Young. That's probably going to be full time now. Alright, first half was terrible. Less said about that the better. Second half, very resilient performance. It's unfortunate that it was too little too late at that point. Some great chances at the end there though. Hitting the woodwork, just missing the target, forcing the keeper into a good save. That's the kind of thing we should have been doing from the get-go. But, as I say, too little too late in the end. 2-1 defeat. So, going to pick up on that. We're going to hopefully improve. See, look, people are offering deals to these players. They're rejecting them. I'm guessing they're not being given as good a deal. There's no way he's going to agree to this. Yeah, absolutely not. Sorry, Nightingale. Can't afford you right now. Well, that's annoying. I'm sure I can hear someone whispering. It's a bit creepy. Might be feedback in my headphones. I don't know. Anyway. Let's hope the next match ends in a win this time. There is a football match on tonight. Birmingham versus Leeds, and I'm keeping a very close eye on it because I have an accumulator this weekend, which could be quite profitable if it pays out. And I think one of those legs was Leeds to beat Birmingham. Leeds to beat Birmingham. So fingers crossed on that one, boys. If I win that, I won't be here next week. I'll be on a beach in Florida. Right, that's filled that load screen. So you got a glimpse of how good Hatfield Town can actually be. It means we have lost 2 in a row, and I won't stand for that. We've got a home game next, and it's against 20th in the league. So, theoretically speaking, we should win that. No problem. Practically speaking, I think Haybridge have beaten us already once this season. I might be wrong. I agree with Russell Dobinson. Poor performance in the end. Should have been better. Okay, Tyler Walker has picked up an automatic 2-match ban. Of course he has. No one bid for the players. Good. So he's going to go out and get a deal for himself, hopefully. Right, attacking movement. That's my favourite thing to train for. That means we're going to go out and be very positive. Look to try and score the goals. Always a good thing. Going out and attacking. Anyone watched Man City versus Monaco last week, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. A game full of goals. Just looking at the followers up here. Is this in the way? Do you think I should move it sort of down the bottom here? Or is it okay up there? It's really difficult because I want the game to fill the screen, but at the same time I like to keep people, like if you followed and things like that, I like to keep that up on screen because people like that. So let me know. Is it in the way? Do you want me to move it? If you want me to move it, where do you want me to move it to? I'd like to keep it up on screen ideally, so I mean you can suggest I take it off screen completely if you really want, but I can't guarantee I'll listen to it. Let's crack open a bottle of drink here. Ah, that's better. I could talk for hours now. Okay. I do apologise for the long load screens. There's not a lot I can do about it now, unfortunately. So the idea with this one is to try and win. I know it's very easy to say, but very much like to win this next match if possible. I'm sure we've dropped down the table after that defeat in the last game, so I'd very much... I mean, the team needs to bounce back. The team needs to show me that it can still play as a team. Otherwise, people are going to start getting dropped. So he's hoping that they can convince me that they deserve their place in the team still. Obviously, we're going to have to bring in Anderson. I keep saying obviously, I'm so sorry. We're going to have to bring in Anderson for Walker. Walker being suspended, not Anderson. Well, I hope Anderson isn't suspended. God knows what he'd be suspended for. He hasn't played in God knows how long. But yeah, as I say, trying and bounce back from the defeat. That would be very, very nice indeed.